Good morning. It's Saturday, the 2nd of May. That's the date stamp. It's 8 a.m. Day 41 of Make Movement Your Mission. And this is our first 10 minutes of movement, additional movement in the bag today. So we're in the business of accumulating additional movement minutes over and above anything else that you're doing. If you're watching this, you can on YouTube, you can have a listen to the preamble now as people arrive, or scroll through, bypass this 4.5 minutes and get straight to the movement snack. That's the luxury of watching back. For now, everyone's arriving into the movement snack, so I need to say good morning. Dawn Scouten, I think you're first in. Is that the first time? Is that the first time? Coffee mug over the line first, I think. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Do tell us where you are. Really helps us understand the spread and the reach of this thing. So just say hello. I'm in Bolton, Kidderminster, Leicester. Let us know where you are. Thank you. But for now, we've got Scotland and Greece and Shrewsbury. For now, but Wales following up the rear. Morning, Chris. Di. Hello, Di. She came round the mountain. Yes. The fact that you've written that comment, Di, means you're here. That's enough. Anything after that is an absolute bonus. Thank you, and great effort. Angela's sharing the sun from Brum. I think I just missed Carol Moore up there. The comments move really quickly, so I have to keep up. If it was Carol, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. But there's also another Carol from Hove, who frequents standing by the stove. And she dedicated a limerick to this very subject. If this all sounds random, many of these movement snackers have been with us for the whole 40 days, so we're learning quite a lot about each other. Hello, Maddie. Sunny again in Dundee. Bob's in from Northumberland. Are you in the loft buffering, Bob? Loft buffering, Bob. Wendy, is that right? There's a Make Movement Your Mission choir. Because I sang She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. Please don't plant that seed. I couldn't fulfill that wish. I really couldn't. Hello, Leslie. Thank you for the rainbow. Hello, Kitty. Morning. I'm in my squashed fireplace position because the light in the morning in this room is so much better. But I am a bit compromised on space, but at least I'm very close to the clock, so I think we've got a minute to go. Buryport's back in. Hello, Sally. Cambridge, morning. Has everyone got some? We haven't done any weather reports. Quickly, last minute weather reports. I think we've got some sun. I'm guessing there'll be some garden activity today. Greece, hello. Elliot, Chapel Collective are in. 30 seconds. Maybe a little bit more. Don't want anyone to miss out on critical minutes, seconds. We're all here to accumulate additional movement minutes. That's why we've been here for 41 days, over and above anything else you're doing. You might be Zooming online with exercise sessions. You'll be out shopping, collecting deliveries, in the garden, all that stuff. Yes. But in this 10 minutes, it's extra, more mindful, thoughtful, hopefully learning more about how we move. And these stuff we learn here is just deployed into all the other stuff that you do. That's the sole aim. South Yorkshire is in. Bristol, hello. Carol from Kent, hello. 3, 2, 1, I reckon. Should we do it? Edinburgh's in. Come on, there's a bit more space at the back. You at the back, come forward a bit. If you've spent all these movement snacks at the back, today you have to come forward a bit, please. No hiding at the back. Morning, Sheila. Sheila, is today the day you can go for a walk? I think the restrictions are lifted where you are today in Spain, and you're allowed to go for a walk. Enjoy that. Take a breath. For now, 3, 2, 1, good morning. Welcome to Saturday, the 2nd of May, 8 a.m. movement snack, our first 10 minutes of accumulative movement minutes in the bag. By the end of today, we'll have an extra 30 minutes in your benefits bag. For now, let's get going. Seated or standing options. Have a look at the movement and just decide which one is best for you. As always, for your standing options, have some external support that's going to be supportive and at an appropriate height for you. I'm going to be hopping in and out of chair and stand positions, so just decide what position is best going to support that movement you're doing, and just go with it. Have a look. The key, I mentioned in the morning post this morning, that the calendar and these 3 movements, these were the 3 key mobility movements that we had in the calendar. But this mission has allowed me to give you so much more. So let's make a start with our circulation booster, please. If you would like, put down the tea, put down the coffee, have a stand, or come into active sit, and let's start the circulation booster. First thing is to get moving, and this is a steady, rhythmical transfer of weight from one foot to the other. Low level range, knees are low, even. This is essentially how we walk. We transfer weight from one leg to the other. Now be more mindful of lifting and lengthening out of the hips, opening the chest. Make the most of this posture position to better support what's happening underneath us. And then consider ankle, feet and toes. So that may mean you slow this down a bit. Have a glance and really try to get the ankles and the feet and the toes. In this morning session, I just wear socks purely so you can see how active and articulated our toes and feet can be. Continue with that in stand. Keep going if you're confident in stand. Bring in the arms when you're ready. Here's the seated prompts. Can you see me? Starting from top or bottom up. From the bottom up, same prompts apply. Look, ankles, feet and toes. Hoping you can see my white socks. Ankles, feet and toes, rhythmical, trying to avoid flat feet, really trying to peel the feet off. All unlifted posture, and then we can bring in arms, single, double, tucking the elbows in and focusing on the movement from the shoulder on this lifted position. Might help for many reasons, certainly when we bring the feet in as well, to bring hands together. Entirely up to you, or this may feel good for you also. Take a pause. So this circulation booster serves to do just that for a minute or so, after which time we'll feel the need, hopefully, just to take a deeper breath. Shouldn't be breathless, shouldn't be exhausted. We can control how much effort, we can control how hard we work by the size of these movements. So just bring everything down, and we're just we've only just woke up, some of us. So we need to give the body time. We're a bit sluggish in the morning, and there's loads of reasons for that. So if we could just have a boost, increase the blood flow, increase the circulation, and we're literally switching the body from off to on, ready for the day. So just give it a chance. Don't expect too much from it. Not so early. We need to coax it along. Let's start with our mobility. So we boosted the circulation, increased blood flow, blood supply. Let's commence with our first mobility movement, which is the the shoulder roll, turning sideways so you can see. Take your time, think about each movement, think about the moving part, which is the shoulders, and think about the supporting parts, which is the posture, the hip position and the feet position. Exactly the same in sit. These are the supporting parts, and they work together with the moving parts. Everything works together. The more support we can offer, the better positions we can offer, the better chance we have of optimum, even better ranges of motion. So this, have a little release after each one, slow it right down and feel it. Don't go at my pace, go at your pace, and just feel how much movement you have and how that movement feels. 3, 4, 5 good ones, and I'm turning this way so that you can see it's not just about the shoulders, it's about really the whole of this upper section of the trunk. Critical for all of our activities of daily living requiring hands and arms. All right, neck, here we go. Here's the next one. Considering the support parts, again, strong, steady base, keep the length through the centre. This is our key support to all of our activities. Here is the head turn. In and out of position. If there's a pause, it's in the centre. Any movement that turns the head may challenge your balance to a lesser or greater degree. So take up support for this one. Don't want your balance to feel challenged. In sit, it's exactly the same. Keep going on this. And just for reference, we count 1 to the left and 1 to the right as one time. And just 3, 4, 5 of these max. It's the quality that we're after, not the quantity. And you might feel that you have a little bit more range in one side than you do the other. This is usual. Being aware of it is the first step in trying to improve something. I hope you agree. Third movement in this upper section. Have a look. Can you see? Head movement backward. Can you see? So I'm pressing back. And the feeling here, the movement, just to give you another reference point here. If I were to stand against the wall, my head, the back of my head would be pressing into the wall, or consider when you're laying down, it's the sensation that you're just pressing, easing the head backwards. And the end of the nose is the direction of travel, that stays directly forwards. And all of these movements and this posture support position collectively work together to optimize upright postures for balance, for breathing, for arm and upper body movements and tasks in daily life. Let's crowbar in another little bit of circ boost, even more ankles and feet, and slow it down a bit. But if you want and you feel you're confident to, you can pick the knees up just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Still want definition through ankles, feet and toes. In the chair, I don't really want you to pick your knees up higher. We're already at 90 degrees. So either opt for the toe taps or the circulation boosting using the ankles, or coming into more hip walk, back and forwards. Now this is such a critical movement. Don't want you to underestimate the importance of this, especially if you are spending more time in sitting postures. So this is hip mobility. It's also trunk movement. So some of that, if lower limb activities are not so much an option. Let's come to trunk, critical area that we want to maintain mobility. In stand, take a slightly wider position, and I hope you can kind of feel and see that this wider position can give us more confidence for balance. It can offer us more stability. So lengthen, fix the hips, and we're going to take this trunk turn. I'm using a fixed mantelpiece here. It could be a wall, it could be a fixed piece of furniture, and this contact with this external support is quite often enough just to give us confidence to really move more freely. You might want to have the support a little bit closer to you. We can take the turn here. If you are concerned about balance, have a sit down for this one, and that will allow you to explore that movement more freely. The primary aim in these morning 10-minute snacks are to feel and improve how we move. And this is a turn, it's a pause in the centre. I'm really high and lifted. I can take the arms with me if I want to. And if you want to add a sideways reach as well, go for it, crowbar it in. Next trunk movement is the side bends. So we've taken the turn, now we're going to take the bend and return. And again, back in the other direction, bend and return. And we take these alternating, pausing in the middle each time. Again, think about that strong bit. So the strong support is the legs and the hips, and the moving part is the trunk. And can you see, ideally, that as I take the bend, nothing else moves. Keep these movements small. You should be able to move into and out of that movement with relative ease. We're just easing our body through these movements. In sit position, the key focus here is to keep your buttocks anchored into the chair. It may, when you're in an armchair with arms, that offers some extra support. You could add in this position here to offer a little bit more confidence to allow you to take that bend. Keep the feet anchored to the floor, keep the buttocks anchored to the floor. Can we all now just take a little bit more lifted through the trunk and a little bit more focus on this movement here? Can you see my arm is bent? That is significant. It allows me to focus more. It allows me to squeeze that elbow back. And as you can see, the bigger ranges of movement I have here, I can bring in a kind of natural trunk turn. This is how we move. This is how we walk. That's why we're doing it. Back extensions, ready? Here, said the back extension. In general, we say to be strong in the lower part and unlock the knees, that length that we've been talking about in all of these sessions. So we grow a little bit taller, and then the back extension just adds an extra bit onto that. You might want to put your hands here, give yourself a guide, ease back, keep head nice forward. Again, if I did it this way on, as I take that bend, that extension, head and eyes stay facing you. Same in sit. 3, 4, 5 of these. Feel your way around these movements. Don't go at my pace. Feel your way. The right pace is your pace. Slow, controlled. Think about what's happening. How does that feel for you? Nothing should be painful. Nothing should be uncomfortable. And just feel you can control all of this movement. It can be as small or as big as your body currently allows. So just feel your way in and out of these things. Okay, last little bit then. Let's just, everyone on some circ boost, or if ankles, feet and toes not an option. So if you're in sit, ankles, feet and toes not an option. We are going to go back on the hip walking, or you might want to opt for some buttock squeezes. So contract the buttock muscles, take your pelvic floor with you, give everything a squeeze. That could be the alternative. Or we're back here on a bit of circ boost. Ankles to finish then, folks. So in seated for this one, it's either support ankle toe here, or the seated option, come back a little bit, and flex and point. Sorry, extend and point. Give the toes an extra squeeze, the knee is a little bit bent, 4 or 5 good ones. When you do this one in sit, it's a definite press forward and pull back. We don't just want random circles. That's not how we walk. We really want to improve footfall on walking. Stand, it's the same. Here we go. Hip and knee come in on this one. And again, as you can see, I've got the moving part here, and I've got the supportive part here. both significant. So whilst we talk about we're mobilising the ankle, don't forget all of this stuff. If we're thinking about this stuff, it's got to greatly contribute with all the moving part stuff. In stand, if you're happy, you can progress that to a very specific step. Heel off at the front, plant the heel at the front. So deliberate striding is an application of that ankle mobility we've just done. All right, I need to give you some crowbars in. Let's stick with knee bends, little knee bends, or toe raises to crowbar until 12. So here's the knee bend. Bend and stand, and I almost want you to focus on the stand. There's the bend, but finish off the job, stand up tall. Toe raises against the wall, toes come up, toes come down. Or in seated, feet slightly forward, have a look, lift the toes, have a little pause and lower them slow, 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 slow. These toe raises are a real key part in picking up feet as we walk. All right, that's your morning power snack. All mobilised, ready to go. Crowbar in some knee bends. Think about standing up, finishing off the job. Crowbar in some toe raises, and we'll be back at 12 for our lunchtime trios of more strength and balance focused activities. So slightly different to this morning. Go into your day, everyone. Enjoy. Keep on crowbarring. See you at 12.